know that some mistakes could turn your eggs toxic? Eggs are often praised as one of the best sources of high-quality protein, packed with essential vitamins and nutrients. But what many people don't realize is that if they're not handled correctly, they can become harmful to your body in ways you may never have suspected. The truth is, whether eggs are good for you or bad for you, has everything to do with how you prepare, store, and cook them. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 common mistakes that can make eggs more harmful than beneficial. Some of these might surprise you, especially if you've been eating eggs the same way for years without a second thought. But once you understand these key mistakes, you'll be able to continue enjoying eggs without worrying about hidden health risks. Stay tuned until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about making simple changes that can have a big impact on your health and well-being. We'll break down exactly what happens when eggs are prepared incorrectly, and what you can do instead to keep them as a safe and nutritious part of your diet. So if you want to make sure your eggs stay a health-boosting superfood rather than a hidden danger, you won't want to miss this. Now let's get started. Number 1, overcooking eggs. One of the most common mistakes people make when cooking eggs is overheating them. While eggs are packed with protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins, cooking them at excessively high temperatures can cause harmful changes in their composition. When eggs are overcooked, whether by frying them until they turn brown, boiling them too long until the yolk turns grayish-green, or scrambling them at high heat, they undergo oxidation, which can lead to the formation of harmful compounds. Oxidized cholesterol in particular has been linked to increased inflammation and a higher risk of heart disease. If you've ever noticed a strong sulfuric smell after boiling eggs for too long, that's a sign that they've been overcooked. This happens because the sulfur in the egg whites reacts with the iron in the yolk, forming iron sulfide. While this doesn't make the egg toxic, it's a clear indication that nutrients have been damaged in the cooking process. Over time, eating overcooked eggs regularly may contribute to long-term health concerns, especially for seniors who are already more vulnerable to inflammation-related conditions. Take Robert, for example. At 76, he had been eating eggs for breakfast every day for years. He loved frying them in a pan until they had a crispy edge, thinking it made them taste better. But over time, he started noticing digestive discomfort and more frequent heartburn. After learning about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he switched to cooking his eggs over lower heat, soft, scrambling them instead of frying them aggressively. Within weeks, he felt noticeably better, with less bloating and more energy throughout the day. Another problem with overcooking eggs is that it can destroy some of their key nutrients. Eggs are rich in vitamin B12, folate, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which support brain and eye health. But exposing them to prolonged high heat significantly reduces the availability of these essential nutrients, meaning you may not be getting the full benefits of the eggs you're eating. If you're relying on eggs as a major source of nutrition, cooking them the right way is just as important as eating them in the first place. The good news is you don't have to stop eating eggs to avoid these risks. You just need to be mindful of how you cook them. Cooking eggs at lower temperatures, whether by lightly boiling, poaching, or soft, scrambling them helps preserve their nutrients while minimizing oxidation. If you're frying eggs, using a gentle heat and avoiding overbrowning can make a big difference in keeping them healthy. Small changes like these can go a long way in ensuring that you're getting the most out of your food, without exposing yourself to unnecessary health risks. Number 2, eating raw or undercooked eggs. Many people believe that eating raw or undercooked eggs is a great way to get maximum nutrition, but what they don't realize is that it also comes with serious health risks. While eggs are packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals, consuming them raw can expose you to harmful bacteria like Salmonella, which can cause severe food poisoning. This is especially concerning for seniors, as the immune system naturally weakens with age, making it harder to fight off infections. What might be a mild illness for a younger person can turn into a dangerous condition for an older adult. If you've ever eaten foods like homemade mayonnaise, raw cookie dough, or runny eggs, you may have unknowingly put yourself at risk. Salmonella contamination is rare, but it's not something to take lightly. Symptoms of an infection can include fever, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and even dehydration. For seniors, this can quickly become a serious health issue, leading to hospitalization in severe cases. And while many people assume that store-bought eggs are perfectly safe, even the cleanest-looking eggs can carry bacteria if they haven't been properly handled or stored. Consider Margaret, a 68-year-old who loves starting her mornings with a raw egg smoothie. She had been doing this for years, believing it was the best way to absorb all the nutrients. But one day she experienced severe stomach pain and nausea that lasted for days. After a trip to the doctor, she was diagnosed with salmonella poisoning. She never suspected that the eggs she had been consuming for so long could have been the cause. After switching to fully cooked eggs, she never had another incident and continued getting the same nutrients without the risk. Another reason to avoid raw eggs is that they contain a compound called avidin, which binds to biotin, an essential B vitamin that supports metabolism, nerve function, and healthy skin and hair. When eggs are eaten raw, avidin prevents the body from properly absorbing biotin, which over time could lead to deficiencies. Cooking eggs deactivates avidin, allowing your body to absorb all the beneficial nutrients without interference. Some people insist that raw eggs are safe if they come from organic or free-range sources, but the truth is, any egg, regardless of its source, can carry bacteria. The best way to protect yourself is to make sure your eggs are fully cooked. Scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, and poached eggs that are cooked until the whites and yolks are firm are all safe options. If you enjoy runny yolks, using pasteurized eggs can reduce the risk, but cooking them thoroughly is always the safest choice. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, storing cooked eggs improperly. Many people don't think twice about how they store their eggs after cooking, but improper storage can turn a perfectly good meal into a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. When eggs are left at room temperature for too long or not stored correctly, they can quickly become unsafe to eat. Bacteria multiply rapidly in warm environments, and once eggs reach the danger zone of 40 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, harmful pathogens can begin to grow in just a few hours. This is especially concerning for seniors, as foodborne illnesses tend to have a more severe impact on older adults than on younger individuals. If you've ever left a plate of scrambled eggs on the counter for a couple of hours and then decided to eat them anyway, you might have unknowingly put yourself at risk. The longer cooked eggs sit out, the more likely they are to develop bacteria such as Salmonella, Listeria, and E. coli. While refrigerating cooked eggs can help slow bacterial growth, they should always be stored properly in an airtight container and eaten within a few days. Hard-boiled eggs, for example, should be consumed within a week, while scrambled or fried eggs are best eaten within 3 to 4 days. Take George, a 72-year-old who liked to make a large batch of scrambled eggs. At the beginning of the week, to save time on cooking, he would leave them in a loosely covered container in the fridge, grabbing a portion each morning. But after experiencing multiple bouts of stomach discomfort and nausea, he realized his storage habits might be the issue. After switching to airtight containers and making smaller batches, he never had the same digestive troubles again. Another issue with improperly stored eggs is the risk of cross-contamination. If cooked eggs are placed near raw meat, unwashed vegetables, or other contaminated foods, they can absorb harmful bacteria. Many people assume that cooked eggs are safe because they've already been heated, but once they've cooled, they can become just as vulnerable to bacterial contamination as any other perishable food. One mistake that often gets overlooked is reheating eggs incorrectly. If you've ever microwaved leftover eggs and noticed a rubbery texture or an unpleasant smell, that's because eggs don't reheat well. Overheating them can not only destroy nutrients, but also create a tough, unappetizing texture. A better method is to gently reheat eggs on the stove over low heat, adding a bit of moisture like a splash of water or broth to keep them from drying out. If you must use a microwave, heating them in short intervals while stirring occasionally can help maintain a better texture. If you want to avoid foodborne illnesses and get the most out of your eggs, make sure to store them properly, keep them refrigerated, and consume them within a safe time frame. The way you handle food can make all the difference when it comes to your health. And something as simple as proper egg storage can prevent unnecessary digestive issues and keep you feeling your best. Number 4, using damaged or expired eggs. One of the easiest ways to turn eggs into a health hazard is by consuming ones that are cracked, expired, or improperly stored. While eggs may look fine on the outside if they've passed their prime or have even a small crack in the shell, they could be harboring dangerous bacteria like Salmonella. This is especially important for seniors, as aging weakens the immune system, making it harder to fight off infections that younger individuals might recover from more easily. If you've ever opened your fridge and wondered whether your eggs are still good, you're not alone. Many people rely on the printed expiration date on the carton, But what they don't realize is that eggs can sometimes spoil before that date or last a little longer depending on how they're stored. The best way to check freshness is with a simple water test. Place an egg in a bowl of cold water. If it sinks and lays flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright, it's still okay, but should be used soon. If it floats, it's best to throw it out. Take Evelyn, for example. She's 74 and always careful about what she eats, but she never thought much about checking her eggs before using them. One morning, she cracked an egg into her frying pan and noticed a strange smell, but she brushed it off and cooked it anyway. Within hours, she started experiencing nausea and stomach cramps. After a trip to the doctor, she learned she had food poisoning from a bad egg. From that day on, she started doing the water test before using her eggs and never had another issue. Another important factor is how eggs are handled before they even make it to your home. If eggs have been stored at the wrong temperature, whether in the store, in transit, or even in your fridge, they can develop condensation, which creates the perfect environment for bacteria to grow. This is why it's crucial to always store eggs in the coldest part of your refrigerator, not in the door where temperature fluctuations are more common. Cracked eggs are another hidden danger. Even if an egg looks fine when you buy it, small hairline cracks can let in bacteria. If you accidentally bring home a cracked egg, it's best to throw it out rather than take the risk. The same goes for eggs with an unusual odor or discoloration. These are clear signs that they've gone bad and should not be eaten. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, combining eggs with unhealthy cooking oils. One of the most common mistakes people make when preparing eggs is using the wrong type of cooking oil. While eggs themselves are packed with high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients, the oil you choose to cook them in can make all the difference between a nutritious meal and one that contributes to inflammation and long-term health risks. Many people don't realize that certain oils, especially highly processed vegetable oils, break down at high temperatures, creating harmful compounds that can damage your body over time. If you've ever fried eggs in margarine, vegetable oil, or other refined seed oils like soybean, corn, or canola oil, you may have unknowingly exposed yourself to trans fats and oxidized lipids. These unhealthy fats have been linked to increased inflammation, heart disease, and even cognitive decline in older adults. Unlike natural fats that the body can process efficiently, trans fats interfere with normal cellular function, leading to long-term damage. Seniors in particular should be extra cautious about their fat intake, as chronic inflammation is linked to a variety of age-related diseases, including arthritis and cardiovascular conditions. Think about Frank, a 78-year-old who had been cooking his eggs in vegetable oil for decades. He never thought much about it. He assumed oil was just oil. But after learning about the dangers of highly processed seed oils, he made the switch to healthier alternatives like butter and olive oil. Within weeks, he noticed that he felt less sluggish after meals and his digestion improved. He didn't change what he ate, just how he prepared it. And that small shift made a noticeable difference in how he felt every day. Another issue with cooking oils is their smoke point, which is the temperature at which they start to break down and release harmful compounds. Many vegetable oils have low smoke points, meaning they become unstable when exposed to high heat. When this happens, they produce free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cells and accelerate aging. If you frequently fry eggs at high temperatures using these oils, you may be unknowingly introducing oxidative stress into your body. A better approach is to choose oils that remain stable under heat. Butter, ghee, coconut oil, and extra virgin olive oil are all excellent choices for cooking eggs. These fats not only enhance the flavor, but also provide essential nutrients that support brain health, heart function, and overall well-being. If you prefer a lighter option, avocado oil is another great choice, as it has a high smoke point and a healthy balance of monounsaturated fats. The key takeaway here is that it's not just what you eat, but how you prepare it. Eggs are a fantastic source of nutrition, but if they're cooked in the wrong type of oil, they can go from being a health-boosting food to something that contributes to inflammation and disease. Making a simple change in your cooking habits can have a major impact on your long-term health, ensuring that you get the full benefits of the eggs you enjoy. Final thoughts. Itran. Now that we've covered these 5 mistakes, take a moment to think about how you've been preparing and eating eggs. While eggs are one of the most nutritious foods available, small changes in how they're cooked, stored and handled, can make the difference between supporting your health and unknowingly putting yourself at risk. The good news is that avoiding these mistakes is simple, and once you do, you'll be able to enjoy eggs in a way that truly benefits your body. If you've been overcooking your eggs, try lowering the heat to preserve their nutrients and avoid harmful oxidation. If you've been eating them raw or undercooked, consider switching to fully cooked eggs to reduce the risk of foodborne illness. Proper storage is just as important. Keeping cooked eggs refrigerated and handling them carefully can prevent bacteria from growing. And if you've never thought about checking for cracks or expiration dates, a simple water test can help ensure your eggs are fresh and safe to eat. Finally, using the right cooking oil can make all the difference, helping you avoid unnecessary inflammation while enhancing the nutritional benefits of your meal. Your body relies on the food you eat to function at its best, and making smarter choices about how you prepare your meals can have a lasting impact on your energy, digestion, and overall health. It's not about giving up eggs, it's about enjoying them in a way that maximizes their benefits and minimizes potential risks. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.